Yeah, but when the pandemic happened, like I have more time.
Yeah, so
and
you
I was
started
and I was bored for a while. And I was like, that like to be honest was like a good 3 years, 2 3 years. I don't done any music. I just left the music apart, because obviously like on my last job like was a lot of work, and when you work that much, you don't have really time to create,
Yeah, and sometimes you might get tired, not have the
Yeah.
energy. Sometimes you just don't have the motivation as much. Like this,
I even read once like work kills the creativity.
it can.
I can
it
say like in some part it is, like if you focus too much in work and all that, I don't think it kills the creativity, but you forget about it because you just center your life in work. And
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously yes, and there's a bit of there's motivation, because you're getting paid. Oh, I've got this stuff and then this stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like it's a lure,
would you mind
and
if
yeah, absolutely, I don't mind. So yeah, it's a lure because without realizing it, you become you get used to the good life, as it were, and then it gets hard to go back to the hard working, musician, whatever artist you are trying to make that happen.
Yeah.
When you got a nice bed and you got this and I can buy
you say
that,
like
you
you
go
say
on a
like, oh
holiday.
well, yeah, I have some money. Yeah, like you say I can go holiday, I can buy a car, I can buy this or that. I don't need to make nothing else, no.
Yeah, and actually, I was my other question was gonna be, obviously, I don't think people are aware of how much work goes into rap. So what does it actually look like besides setting up your own studio and having to do your own writing? And you're like, what are we talking about here? What does like a daily ideal working day look like in the life of a rapper?
In the life, so. I'm a normal guy, man. I'm just a simple normal guy,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
listen.
that's it, no.
Well, when you're not working, at your job, or even when you are, like, what is an ideal day of like, okay, today was a good day. I worked on my career at this stuff. What does that look like?
So like a good day for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wake up like all clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always like to have a cup of coffee in the morning and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And usually like when I work on a song, for example, yeah, I don't like sometimes it's quick. Sometimes I just came like one of the songs of the album, the intro. I just came here. I wake up from a nap. I came here and in half an hour. I just bought a beat in half an hour. I done it. I recorded and I mixed it, and I was like, whoa, man, that's great, But sometimes like those I call my masterpieces, I work on them like even for weeks, even for a month. Yeah, I work on the same song, like try to perfect the lyrics and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then if I have like time, like usually on my days off, I came here on the studio, turn on the mic, I record. Like that's another good thing of have the studio here. I recorded once. Just to hear again and again and again and again, like few times. If you get this, you say, that's the vibe I want. Then like I put the record on that, and then like spend like I don't know, like 3, 4, 5. I can spend like sometimes like 3, 4, 5 hours mixing, editing the song and all that, adding this, adding that, removing this, removing that, till you say like, oh, that's it.
It
and
hits,
that's yeah, you feel this. Oh man, I've done it. Like that's a masterpiece. I don't care if somebody gonna like it or not. That's my thing now. Like on my old music, like I used to like focus as well to make something that maybe like will like go bigger, like like a lot of people will like or whatever. But right now, like I realized I went to that point like I don't care, like I just make the music that I want, And
Yeah, there's something interesting about this because like I do stand up as well, and I'm aware of like
that's harder because you need to make the people laugh, yeah, as well, yeah.
yes and no. So yes and no, because like in order for there's always going to be someone who laughs, because there's as many sense of humor,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
But the what sort of blew my mind is like there's always the allure as I'm going to create something that's popular and a lot of people like. Okay, but chances are that it's not going to have the same energy and the same honesty, as opposed to like basically the people that do the stuff that they care about. When it hits, because that's the strongest version of themselves,
Yeah.
it really hits with the people that like that stuff.
Yeah.
And guess what? Some other people will say, when I get in the mood, I'll listen to this track because it really works for that mood. It might not work, I'm not going to listen to this song all day, but when I feel like it, I'll put it on because it's really strong for that part of me.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're trying to like be popular and sort of be kind of everyone's favorite, you just create this sort of weird, weak stuff.
And you are doing something that is not
Watered
yourself.
down.
Yeah, it's not yourself. It's not you.
But
you're trying to be somebody which is not you. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also competing. Like when you create this watered down stuff, you're actually competing with the people that are really good at that. Like that's their stuff. Someone's really good at pop music. That's what their love songs. That's what they love to do, and that's what they create.
Yeah.
And you come up with this like forced version of yours, and it's not really gonna hit.
No.
Because guess what? That energy, you can't match that.
No. So I think I think for most of the arts in general, I think like for me it works better to be creative, like to create something yourself, not like you say, not try to be like to make what somebody else is do. Like try to come with your own ideas, with something original. And if you get somebody to like your original idea, that's it. Like you're gonna be that guy that everybody wanna follow now,
or just the people that like that stuff, but it really works for them. That's all you need. You
exactly.
don't need everyone. You don't even need the majority. You just need enough. And that's where I'm at when I'm learning this, because obviously, like I'm at that stage of my career where I'm trying to learn the business aspects of it. But you can be too much into the art and not enough business, but you can be too much into the business and not enough into the art, and then you have to kind of balance the two and respect your art
and all that,
and also try to be business minded about it. But it's still your art, and you have to respect that. Otherwise, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's just work. Otherwise, it's just work.
That's what I try to make as well with the music now. So as now I'm promoting my own music and all that. So the same, I try to find like the balance, between like make the music I want and make something that fits for people as well. Like people identify themselves with that, and people gonna vibe with that music. So yes, but like the main thing, like I said, like right now, like most of the songs I don't care. Like I just feel a song. I know they're good for me. Some people tell me they're good as well. Like if some people tell me they're bad as well, I take the critic. Like of course, not everybody gonna like it, and I'm not feel even mad if somebody tell me like, oh, that song was trash or whatever. I will be like, all right, so then that's something I can improve, like that kind of people don't like that music, like I can improve that as well, but like I think you have to be yourself, you have to be yourself. Don't try to be like somebody else's, It's like you were saying before as well, like you don't have to suffer, for tell like these hard stories, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to be like pretend like you have a bad life.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. You get some artists try to sort of put on the. I mean, I can't really think of examples, but it's we are aware of people that try to sort of make it a bit more, pretend that, oh my god, my life was so bad, and then they do this song, and you're like, what do you really know about this, my friend? Just.
It's like, for example, I heard some like, let's say like some European rappers, like for example Spanish rappers, and they singing about bad life and blah 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 blah. But then I hear some South American rappers like singing about bad life, and I'm like, they probably have a proper bad life,
Like I can feel that.
Yeah,
bad
like
life.
you can feel it, like exactly. You can feel on the words, like he really passed like to some bad moments,
Yeah.
So like yeah, man, fair enough. You have some problems, but don't try to say like your life was that or
oh
was
my
not.
god, we're on the streets and we couldn't do
exactly.
anything.
Like you were on the streets because you wanted, like for example here in Europe or whatever, But there in South America you were on the streets because you don't have a choice, or because that was the only way to get, that was the only way to get money, or like to pay your bills, or to maintain your kids or your mom and whatever, So it's like it's hard, so.
Yeah, no, it's. I think there's nothing more annoying when someone who can afford, like, who's well off pretending to be not well off. Like that can be very grating.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That's the worst.
Shut up. Like, I mean, to be the opposite is bad as well. When you get someone who's like, you're from my neighborhood or from my area, but you pretend to be better than us, and you pretend to be some upper class, whatever, and you're like.
Nah.
That's also annoying, but I don't know. I feel like I get more offended by people pretending to be poor.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, you're just on a little detour.
Yeah, exactly.
Just artistically experimenting. Good for you, man.
You just want to be somebody, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's a lot that goes into like arts of all sorts, and just making it happen and creating it and selling it and promoting it. There's a lot of moving parts.
It's a lot sometimes like I know for example for some of my tracks I could do more like in promoting and trying to sell the music, but sometimes I get to some point like when I spend few hours like trying to contact people and all that, and I'm like, nah man, enough, because it's hard as well, it's hard to like get your music somewhere, especially if you don't have contacts and you don't know people and you don't know this and that, and takes a lot of time, like to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like promotion is like one of the pillars of any artist.
Yeah, And I think
career.
that's another industry on the side of every art. Yeah.
Yeah. So back to your ideal day. So obviously creating. How does it work? So you spend a couple of hours creating, then you take a break, do something else, get back to.
I usually get like a drink, you know, as well. Like so first like I record and all that. Then I sit down, like usually like a glass of whiskey or like something strong, you know, like. And I spend like few hours listening to it, you know, and all that. And yeah, like trying to relax a little bit, you know, like listen to the music in different moods as well. I try to listen like the same song in different moods. So like for example, like
Okay.
like so for example, like when you just wake up, you know, your brain is on a different mood. Yeah, listen to that, or then like when you are tired, listen to that as well. You know, like
Interesting.
yeah, trying to listen in different, and then see if match, you know.
See if it's the same vibe, or are you trying to get the sort of similar experience every time, or trying to see if it still works in different?
Trying to see if there is different experience. Like when you hear one song, the same song, trying to see if there is like different experiences. Depends like in how you are or how you feel. You know, like.
Yeah, no.
And I think should be like for the good for example for the good music, you should get like with the same song different feelings. Depends in how you are. Yeah, or.
Yeah, no. I think that's true. I don't, for some reason, like. I got love songs when I get really tired and just, you know, demotivated. Like it's a sad love song, but I just relate to that feeling of it, of like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's a love song. I'm not feeling heartbroken. I'm just like
but then you can be happy and listen to the same song and you can feel something different, yeah?
And then
you can even feel more happy, yeah? It's a sad song, but you listen to that song and you feel like, oh man.
And then, you know, you get the classic at the, you know, at whatever, at the party when the song comes in, you look at someone, you're like, oh, that's some music. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly, no? so yeah, that's a good day, like for me, like for work on a studio, you know?